As you might have gathered, I am a queer, and being a queer is not a new thing for me. It is not a phase. It is a thing that has been since like day one. I was a very like queer baby, and all the way up, which was really frustrating for my mom. She really wanted to have a girl.
Yeah.
And I would go through these things of like, no, mom, like I'm doing this tomboy thing. Mom, come on, can I just wear guys' clothes? Like, and when my mom would be like, we're taking you to the store and we're picking out clothes, she would always say to me, you're not a tomboy. You're just a pretty girl who's different. You know, like that actor that you like so much in Juno. You know what, Mom? You were right. I am like that person
from Juno. Your
more than you could ever fucking stand.
No. What up, everybody? It's your host, J.P. Jackson. Well, listen, welcome to another episode of Life on Blast. I'm already just batting 1,000 right now.
Jazzed.
Just jazzed and excited.
Stoked.
I have a wonderful guest.
You do?
Fucking amazing. Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
Guess what?
What?
It's you, motherfucker. Guys, give it up for...
Is that how I got here?
Yes. Emmett Biddy, what up?
That's Emmett Biddy Barnes now.
Emmett Biddy Barnes, that's right. Oh, you and Nathan, a past guest, a very death metal guest.
Really?
Right? Yeah, Nathan Barnes. He's
Super
related
metal,
to...
very, very, very metal.
Yeah, right?
Lego Master, more like. Look at this ring, dog.
Oh, fuck yeah, you guys tied the knot.
Listeners, imagine the ring. It is a titanium ring, and it has dinosaur bones instead of diamonds in it.
Oh, that is so sick. I wish you guys can see this. We'll probably take pictures.
It's a flex, because he knew I loved dinosaurs, and it has dinosaur bones in it.
And for the listeners, the ring says, my whole world.
Yeah. Nathan's ring says my whole world ceramic on the inside because he bought a ceramic ring, and for some reason the guy was like, I better let him know.
for life, you're going to know that this shit is ceramic.
And to apologize for that ring coming late, he gave him another ring that he didn't ask for, and on the inside it has no engraving.
Dope.
It doesn't even say ceramic on the inside.
That's the best apology.
Another one.
With nothing in it. Sorry your ring came late.
And also it says my whole world ceramic.
That's dope. Well, welcome back to the show, and congratulations. You guys tied the knot.
Heck yeah.
You locked it down.
Definitely. Right? I sure did lock it down. I bought the whole cow.
Yeah, you're no longer getting the milkshakes for free. Is that a thing?
It's really funny that you say milkshakes for free because he is diabetic and his like kryptonite is milkshakes. He loves them so much. So that's really funny that you said that.
I mean, yeah, if like the thought of your husband like dying from a milkshake overdose.
Milkshakes and eggnog, like 'tis the season. And he loses his goddamn mind every year. I struggle to find like eggnog substitutes to keep this man from going into a coma on Christmas Day.
Oh my god. You know what the best way to drink eggnog? You don't. So,
oh, that is a hot take.
I thank you. I was working on that. I was like, dude,
that is a hot take because no. I disagree. Are you not a fan of the snot-like texture?
Yeah, it's like... I would always do like the stereotypical, if I wanted to drink cum, I'd suck a dick. But it's not even
I recommend that too.
It's not even a cummy like texture. It's like it's
thick.
But it's also kind of like grainy. So it's like almost like tapioca.
Okay,
like it's
so
like
bro,
chugging
why don't you try some almond nog? Because the almond eggnogs are like watery and Nathan hates them. But people who hate eggnog like almond nog typically. So you should try it.
Like a watery letdown?
Nah, you get the noggy taste that everybody is being weird about, and then it's also almond milk.
I guess. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe, I mean...
Nog, not even once. That's JP's motto.
Yeah.
I see it.
Nog me, fool.
Nog me. Nog me.
Nog, nog. Who's there? Nog me.
The dad jokes. I love it.
Anyways, so we are gathered here today.
Yes, we are.
To get through this thing called life.
True.
And I brought you here, Emmett, because a wonderful fucking thing happened.
Stokes.
And I was appalled that people were very negative towards it. But I mean, this is the world. I should have seen it coming.
It's the internet. People are gonna die mad. And we'll let them.
Everyone is pissed off, but somebody came from the ether and or came out to us
Through the ether.
through the ether.
And his name is Elliot.
I was like, I got.
You're killing me, bro.
I'm
Just
so
fucking
sorry.
say it, because I'm so stoked. Elliot Page.
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page.
He's here. Fuck yeah.
Welcome, Elliot.
About time. The reason why I stopped is I was gonna say Elliot Smith because
honey.
I've been doing that when
no.
Elliot came out and it was like Elliot Page. I was like, oh fuck yeah, Elliot Smith, and like Lisa's like, wait, that musician that I hate that you love that got killed by himself. I'm like, oh yeah, I meant Elliot Page.
Also, it would be cool if you could come out after death. Think of the progress of people if they could come out after they died.
That'd be
High
super
key.
dope.
Okay, but focusing on the living,
Yes.
Elliot Page, and good for him.
Yes, good fuck, and not only good for him, but I want to kind of talk about how it was,
Like visibility.
yes, how it was handled through media.
Yuck.
So there was a few yucks. There was Netflix did a wonderful thing and changed
Just like all the shits
yes everything
to Elliot.
to Elliot. They changed all the movies that they were in to Elliot.
All right, good job.
They doubled down on the show that he is in.
Umbrella Academy,
Umbrella
right?
Academy, yes.
See, and I was never gonna watch that, but like now that he's in there, I think I have to watch it for the culture.
It's a fucking dope show.
And I believe
BT
it.
does.
I just have commitment issues.
It is a...
I struggle to watch anything that has more than 3 seasons.
Well, lucky, there's only 2 seasons.
Really?
For now.
It's Christmas.
It is. And you can watch that on Christmas.
Jingle bells.
And just be really excited that Netflix, of all people who've been in hot water recently for, was it Cuties?
Don't get me started, because I know a lot. That's something that I know way too much about.
The movie?
The movie, the way it was handled, QAnon, like, we could have another QAnon episode, but I'm not talking about QAnon tonight. I got my drink on.
No, word. But, I mean, like, I'm going to say Cuties was not what everyone was
Basically, yeah.
about.
Basically, yeah. It was like the media handling of things. And speaking of the media handling of things,
They handled
it
that
was really
poorly.
comforting. It was really comforting for me to see that the way that people talk about people coming out has changed.
Yeah.
Because, like, I remember when Caitlyn Jenner came out, and there like every headline was like, Bruce Jenner came out, and it was like, no,
Yuck. Yeah.
close, but not really. And there's like an evolution. Like, it's weird to see it happen in real time as I am growing up as a trans person, but it's cool to see just most of the mainstream headlines get it right.
Yes.
Because that is going to be what dictates to folks who aren't really paying attention.
Yeah.
People who, like, this isn't on their radar. That's who that affects the most. And the people who don't have it on their... People who don't have, like, trans anything on their radar.
Yeah.
Handling it better makes my life and probably all other trans people's lives easier. Which is cool. It's funny because we found out about Elliot like as we were leaving to go get married, which was stoked.
Talk about a fucking wonderful...
Well, the other thing is, like, a bunch of people texted me and they're like, have you heard about Elliot Page? And I'm like, who's that? And they were like, the actor from Juno. And I was like, what? And they were like, you just have to Google it. And I'm like, I Google Elliot Page and I see his picture and I'm like, oh shit! And it's super funny because as you might have gathered, I am a queer. And being a queer is not a new thing for me. It is not a phase. It is a thing that has been since, like, day one. Like, I was, like, definitely... Like, not everybody is a gay toddler, but like I was a
Yeah.
gay toddler. I was a very like queer baby.
Okay.
And all the way up, which was really frustrating for my mom and still is. She really, really, because I was like, she really wanted to have a girl.
Yeah.
And I would go through these things of like, no, mom, like I'm doing this tomboy thing. Mom, come on, can I just wear guys' clothes? Like, it's not a big deal. Come on, mom. And when my mom would be like, we're taking you to the store and we're picking out clothes, she would always say to me, you're not a tomboy. You're just a pretty girl who's different. Like that actor that you like so much in Juno. Blank page.
My fucking god.
And so that's on Fuck You, Mom.
That's a hot universe moment where they were just like, they were like, fucking nah.
And it's
dog,
like,
we got
Mom?
you,
You know what, Mom? You were right.
You were right.
You were right, Mom. I am like that person
from Juno. More than your
More
mom
than
knew.
you could ever fucking stand.
No.
Like when Inception came out, I had like a scarf phase because Elliot Page was in that movie and he had like scarves and shit.
Yeah.
Like that was me being, and I remember being to my mom and I'm like, well, I really do vibe with this actor for some reason.
Yeah, like
I really do vibe with this. This is my favorite actor. I don't know why.
But there's a definite connection.
There's a
for
connection
sure.
there.
And
Look at us now.
Fuck yeah. And
Look at us now.
They're wonderful, and I was super excited. Like, I remember opening up my fucking gateway to hell and just getting bombarded. Not bombarded, but just being like post after post. And it was like,
what, on like Instagram, Facebook, or what?
Everything. Instagram, Facebook, Google, just like Elliot Page is here. And I was just like, and like when you brought up Caitlyn Jenner.
Yes.
And all the dead naming of them coming out. Like, they're just like, dead name, dead name, dead name.
And I have to be honest with you, I think I'm too young to really remember Chaz Bono coming out. But I know, like
yeah.
That was definitely not handled well.
Not at all.
Because I remember, like, not knowing who Chaz Bono was because I was a baby. And, like, looking it up and still seeing their dead name in like articles about what Chaz was doing that week, having been transitioned for like years. And like, I'm not gonna give the sis anything, but good job, guys.
Dude, right? I was just like I honestly feel that there was someone from the community for sure. Like, wait, let me read the headline. Hold on, let me read that. Like, there was a lot of proofreading. There had to been, but there was a few, like Yahoo News. I'll fucking throw you guys under the bus, straight up.
Fuck them.
Dead name, like dead name is now, and I was just like, oh,
that's gross.
It was a very gross thing where I was just like, how is it that Google, and fucking Amazon, and Netflix had that shit on fucking pat? And then Yahoo, like this news search engine, was just
okay, but like, what breakthrough anything has Yahoo done lately?
True that. Nothing really.
Like, Yahoo is like the equivalent of like you found news from like an old woman in a walker waiting to get picked up somewhere on the street on Baseline. Where you're like, right. What's the scoop? And she's like, ah. It's a John Mulaney joke, and I'm gonna steal it, but she like, for real, like going to Yahoo News is like that.
Yeah, no, for sure, it is like
it's
a very
like, there's this actor they care about. Is this that's Elliot somebody.
Yeah, they're just like a step away. They're barely a step above being.
I mean, my grandmother, her like really old people talk for like somebody's an idiot. Was she would be like, those people are a bunch of yahoos, and
there you go.
They're living up to the name.
They're succeeding and exceeding.
But it's really interesting to me to hear from you that you're seeing like stuff about Elliot's coming out as bad when like I see Elliot's coming out as bad in like a queer lens from like queer stuff. Do you know what a TERF is, JP? Have we talked about this?
I do not know what a TERF is.
Okay, so a TERF, that is TERF, and that
Okay.
stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist.
Oh, okay.
So there's this whole branch of feminism made popular by America's favorite J.K. Rowling, where it's feminists who are like, trans people are invading women's spaces. Particularly, like, trans women are just men trying to infiltrate women's spaces, and we are in danger. And when Elliot came out, the TERF rhetoric was, we lost another lesbian to the trans community. To which I say,
what the fuck?
but don't you think that that's so unfortunate that these lesbians are going to have to pick up an extra shift at being lesbian?
I know, dude.
Now that Elliot has stepped, but I don't
Like,
I don't believe Elliot ever identified as a lesbian.
You know, I mean, but like you said that, like I my heart goes out to like my lesbian friends, especially Andy. I miss you, baby.
What's up, Andy?
She's just been so busy picking up all those shifts since Elliot Page is just
For real.
She's been just eating
Probably
so
has-
much pussy. Like,
Probably has to work double
Oh yeah, like
in this economy.
I know how
Oh my
many
God, the voice
threesomes
crack.
can you have in a day? Poor Andy. Her
But this is
bits
something,
are
and this
tiring.
is, it's so wild to me, JP, because I remember actually getting that kind of response from a few people when I came out. People said to me, like, people who were queer said to me, like, why can't you just identify as, like, a female or as a gender nonconforming person? Why do you have to, quote-unquote, cross over to the other side?
What the fuck does that even mean? What are you, Casper?
Also, I'm dating a man. They said this to me when I was dating a man. Like, people would be like, can't you just be a cool lesbian? And I'm like, I couldn't if I tried, honey.
Yeah, fuck,
No. It's just so weird how people project, like, their identity and then are like, things completely unrelated to me are happening to somebody else.
And it pisses me off.
I'm in danger.
Oh my god.
I'm in danger.
My poor innocence is gonna be twisted and toppled. And you know, that's my journey. As I mentioned it before, and I've said it, is I am not trying to, I mean, I always got your back. I'm always protecting and like I got my friends' backs. It's just I'm not that I want to say I'm not that social justice warrior, but I mean, I'll say something like I don't know.
I feel like the term social justice warrior, it describes a way of being that can only happen and that doesn't really apply to like people who have like jobs and lives and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can be like, oh, I'm SJW as hell and I'll throw down for anything that's like political correctness or not, but I feel like a lot of times, like, it's like, okay, well, are you somebody who is a part of a marginalized community who has to throw down because your marginalized community is kind of under attack a lot, or are you an ally? And then if the answer is like you're an ally, it's like, cool, thank you for being an ally, we appreciate that. But you don't like, I don't know. I feel like that. I just feel like that term's kind of outdated because it's like, if you're gendering somebody correctly, or if you see somebody being misgendered and you say the right thing, I don't think you're a warrior. I think you're just doing the right thing. I think you're just a person.
Speaking up.
Yeah. It's like when people say like, oh, PC culture, like you can't be PC or whatever. And it's like, I don't really understand that rhetoric either. It doesn't, I don't know.
Like, the whole PC culture and the whole, like, everyone's like, my cousin always makes fun of me. And he's like, oh, that's just you being the PC social justice warrior. And I was like, no, I just feel that if somebody says that they are what they are,
then they is.
You honor that. It's about honor. And
honor. You're making me feel like Zuko.
I mean, you know what, dude? That was my grandfather's thing. He always just punched it, and, like, beat it into our brains. Is a person has two things: their word and their honor.
Ooh.
And they go hand in hand.
I have a skateboard.
Is
I'm messing with you, dude.
I mean, that would be like your honor. Well, I mean, of course. Okay,
I'm messing with
people
you.
have three things: their fucking honor, their word, and their skateboards.
Honor, word, skateboard.
Honor, word, skateboards. Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and then that's I don't know. So it's like for the people who are like, when you see like people acting out on the internet and not in favor of Elliot Page, what the fuck does that even look like to you? Are you seeing like the Ben Shapiro 30-minute rant about how I used to be sexually attracted to Elliot Page, but now I don't know how to feel? Or what?
I mean,
Okay,
I was, and I still think they are a good-looking person, and that has definitely, and I will say it, opened my eyes, where I'm just like, I see Elliot Page, and I see a good-looking fucking dude.
True.
And I'm just like...
Killer.
Like, what the fuck? And then people are like, well, what does that make you? And I'm like, that makes me.
True.
Like, who the fuck cares?
I think that if somebody like if somebody switches teams and suddenly you're insecure about your sexuality, then you were probably insecure about your sexuality before, and you just hit it by like Bowflexing or something.
Yeah, for sure. And as the listeners know, I'm very open and very, I would say, in touch with my sexuality. And like, who cares? I mean, it's not like God's going to come down here and ask the age-old question, who are you thinking about fucking?
For real?
Who are you thinking about fucking?
Who are you thinking about fucking? Be honest.
Oh, well, that makes you this now. If you thought about fucking them, now you them. Like,
it's so rigid and like label-y. And I don't know. I thought it was interesting. The other thing about Elliot coming out is I don't believe Elliot ever identified as a lesbian. Elliot was on that Vice show that was about like gay stuff. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Okay.
No. It was like Gaycation or something. Elliot was on a Vice TV show about that, and in that whole show, even though Elliot is, if I'm not mistaken, married to a woman.
Yes.
They never used the label lesbian to describe them. Okay. And in them coming out, they said that they've changed their pronouns, but those pronouns are they, he. And Elliot actually hasn't really picked or like outward said like, I am a man now. Yeah. Or I am a non-binary person now. And I think that any amount of like tripping out about this change of a person who like, do you know them in person?
Yeah.
Do you know them in real life? It's like the thing that everybody's tripping out about is the label, and Elliot still hasn't really given any. Because it's none of your business.
Exactly.
It's none of your business, it's none of my business, and it's none of nobody's business.
Exactly. And I don't know, I've seen a few friends who have posted some vile things. Ew. And yeah, and I mean, not like, okay, so I had a friend who was just like posted something, holy trans something or other. I fucking get it, and posted like all the headlines of Elliot Page coming
holy
out.
Trans,
like
what?
Holy Trans World, or like some kind of stupid like.
Is it one of those? I feel like the concept of gender is under attack type thing.
They were just saying, I
what?
get it. Why do they have to shove it in our faces? Like, I get they exist. Why do I need to be reminded of
Close your eyes!
Right? Like, fucking...
Like, just go take a walk. You don't have to be on the internet. Right. Nobody's actually shoving it down your throat. Just, like, close your eyes, walk away. Like, I might feel that way about a fucking song.
Oh, my God,
I might feel that way about, like, seeing a celebrity that I don't like. But, like, ultimately, like, close your eyes. Like, go. Just you don't want to see it. Mute that person. Like,
fucking watch some porn. God damn it!
You don't have to tell me to do that. I'll do that anyway.
Fucking don't dare me.
Don't dare me.
We're watching porn right now, as you can see. It's just a bunch of blue lines.
Try me.
Hot. So you know, that's pretty much in this situation. I feel like it was. In the media stands, good on the ones who did it right. Good on you guys. Fucking about time.
I'm giving you a solitary golf clap.
Like a good little golf clap.
Little golf clap.
You guys done good. You guys done did it.
But don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, don't let it get... Then they're just going to be dropping N-bombs like, hey, we did Elliot Page. Now we can just start dropping N-words, right?
I mean, as a joke... Oh my lord, you hear that voice crack? Testosterone done wonders for me.
Man, it's that fucking drink. That's what it is. That Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I skated from the 7-Eleven with that.
It's spiking.
It is spiking. But no, like, my voice has been cracking more. Like, as the trans experience. Like, I was listening to one of the earlier sessions that we recorded.
Yeah.
My voice is very different.
Well, I mean, that's like it's a growing
stoked.
thing.
I'm stoked about it. I'm interested to see, because I know that Elliot is still on, like, contracted to be on Umbrella Academy.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of people post, like, what's gonna happen to the character on Umbrella Academy? And I'm really like, they'll either write in that person is trans, or they won't, and it'll just be like, this character is a man now.
Yeah.
Like, but I am interested to see how that's gonna go down.
How they're gonna handle it.
Not so much in a, like, oh my god, the intrigue, but just, I don't think that this has ever happened before.
Yeah.
Where people kind of handled things right in the beginning. Yeah. And I'd be watching more, being like, well, I hope they do whatever they do. I hope Elliot likes it. Like,
well, like season 1, Elliot's character was like involved with a dude.
Turn up.
But season 2 was involved with a woman.
Good.
And
good for them.
Yeah, good for them. So I'm like, what if season 3 comes out and they're like, they go with Elliot's decision, or not decision, just being cool.
They go along with the way that Elliot's life has been going along.
Yeah, that would be fucking humongous, like almost clappable. I think it might even go.
I don't know about clappable. I feel like it's clappable just because it's the first. But like the other concern that I have is like being the first trans blank at your job sucks. I was the first trans somebody at a job that I can't tell you what it is because it's so
okay.
I worked at a camp. And it was very full of like hippies.
Okay.
And like liberals. And it was the worst. It was so bad.
Oh my god, were they over what's the word? I had an episode Come On Mom, Let's Be Honest with I
remember that episode, but I cannot remember what you're about to say. I know what you're talking about though. Like, were they overcompensating? Were they?
Yes, overcompensating.
No.
What did it? No, they were not.
It's literally like you go on and you have a boss who knows that you're trans and who never knew you as a female and who never was introduced with your dead name.
Yeah.
But your boss introduces you to everybody at work as she. And now for your entire time working there,
you're fighting
you
uphill.
Either have to fight it, you either have to suck it up. And Hollywood is a very, very liberal place.
Yeah.
Or, so it would seem. As somebody who's also been on TV and has, like, worked in shows and stuff.
Yeah.
There's levels to it.
I mean,
I hope that the experience that Elliot has is the best
better.
of what those sentiments have to offer.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, on the one hand, it's not like in my situation where I came to the job and it was like, hey, I'm obviously trans, but I have only ever introduced myself as male. You are going to have everybody's going to have to change.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a strange place to be in.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, I tried rapping.
I ended up kind of low-key getting let go. And
because of that?
I suspect that I don't think that it was because of that.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like, it's a summer camp, and they weren't making a lot of money, so they were like letting people go one by one. But the way that they let me go was really shitty. And I remember being like, this is because I seem combative. because I have to defend my gender every single day I come here. It's one of the reasons why I've been so reluctant to come out at any of the jobs that I currently have. Because I would be the first. I would be the first trans blank.
And then, yeah.
I would be the first trans substitute teacher. I'd be the first trans substitute gender. I'd be the first trans... Well, probably not the first trans background actor, but I'm not trying to go to LA all the time. Unless I'm trying to see Elliot. What's up, friend?
Hey, another thing I've noticed, there was, and I think Netflix is really, I don't know. I've been on HBO Max's dick really hard lately, like really hard.
Oh yeah.
Because I love that streaming service, and like, yo, HBO Max, you guys want to pitch a?
I love Insecure.
If you guys want to just, I don't know, maybe.
And what's that girl skateboarding show? Betty on
HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a bunch of friends who are on that.
Oh, dope. See, HBO Max, you guys.
Yeah, let's go, HBO Max.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Send the check.
Yeah, sponsor.
Send the check.
Life on Blast, please.
Don't ask any questions. Just send the check.
And also let me do a show for you guys.
Pretty please.
Yeah, please. But Netflix has been doing fucking, I feel like, some work.
The optics on Netflix are really good, and I feel like they're working really good in terms of their PR department.
Yeah.
I wish that I could say that makes me feel good about all levels of employment at Netflix, though. Because the company that I was working for, that being trans was hell for, actually had a it was a summer camp, basically. Yeah. And we had like a trans camp week for kids and their parents, and the counselors were super progressive. It was like a welcoming place for trans kids and their parents who, if you have a parent who accepts you for being trans and you get to go to summer camp, like, holy fuck, that's awesome. Like, I wish that could have been there for me, but that was never something, like, I didn't interact with the counselors. I was in accounting. I didn't interact with the kids.
Yeah.
I was on the office side of things. I was purely on the office side of things. And just because the optics are really good and the organization that I was working for was like famous
doing some
for being good to the LGBT community, that doesn't mean that the rest of the company is following through on any of that.
Word.
Which is one of the reasons why, like, I see Elliot and I'm like, I hope that, like, if things don't go good for Elliot, I hope that shit gets exposed.
Yeah.
I hope nothing but the best. I love seeing the optics that Netflix is doing.
Yeah.
But I wonder, like, okay, is that all of y'all, though?
Like,
you see what I mean?
No, and I got you. I fucking get it, and I'm hoping. But like, we were watching Queen's Gambit, and
turn up.
Dude, that's fuck you. That
I
show
love the memes
dope.
about that show. I haven't seen it, but I love the memes about that show.
It is amazing, and they have a very famous trans actress
who
British. Oh fuck, what's her name?
I'm about to Google it for you, bro.
Google it, please. And they just had them as a guess what? Just a regular person. Just I mean, she was an evil Catholic nun.
You mean Rebecca Root?
Yeah. And
good for her.
She was a very mean nun. Very, very mean. I loved it.
Oh, so okay. So what you're saying is like, we finally had a trans person playing a cis person, because ultimately there is, like, for roles such as a nun, there is not really a difference. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I like the way that they handle it, where it was just like, this is a
like,
person.
if you're playing a girl and the only part of your character is that you're a girl, then a trans girl can play you. Hell yeah.
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 Right? Is that? Am I wrong with that?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Nah, dude.
So I was just like,
good for her. Get her, Rebecca. Secure your bag.
Yeah, and I was just reading up on the show because I fucking do that. I'm a giant nerd. So I turn every activity into
That's
yes,
crazy
it is,
that
dude.
You're saying that, because I've never noticed that before.
Oh, you haven't noticed me fucking nerd about literally everything. Like, that's my thing, is I'll take any activity and just turn it into a fucking nerd fest.
Mr. Analyzer.
Oh yeah, where it's like, okay,
I bet this guy loves to read
a lot, and I'm just like, oh well, this show's great.
So what have you read? So what have you read?
Like,
Tell me.
Recently? Books?
No, I mean like about the Queen's Gambit
about
and
the
about
Queen's Gambit.
Rebecca's experience on set, because that's not a show that I watch, and that's not a show that I know anything about, and unfortunately, that's not an actress that I know anything about. So, fill me with your knowledge, JP.
It's a great show. The showrunners did another amazing mini series by the name of Godless, which is a Western about a town that is run primarily by women. And they have a woman sheriff.
What time period are we talking?
1870s.
There's actually a huge history of like trans cowboys. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
There were a lot of women, quote unquote, look at me with the big air quotes,
Gotcha.
women
Yeah.
in that time period who were like, if I dressed like a man and went out west and went with people who didn't know anything about my life before, I could just live as a man and nobody would fucking bother me. That's a thing that happened a lot in the Wild West.
And it makes sense.
Google. I always Google shit when I'm on your show. Trans cowboys.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, in that time period, women didn't have a lot of...
women didn't have a lot of agency, and then if you wanted... but originally, it was considered like, oh, women who just wanted agency...
But
they would just go out and pretend to be guys so that they could have agency. But, and I'm reading this from the Atlas Obscura, from 1900 to 1922, Harry Allen was one of the most notorious men in the Pacific Northwest. He's a cowboy. Starting in the 1890s, he was a rabble-rouser in and out of jail for theft. This is like a very famous cowboy. And it wasn't until that Harry died that they kind of figured out that this was a trans person who had taken refuge on the frontier.
Whoa.
And had like walked away. So, like, to me, I see like cowboy stuff. That's trans culture, honey.
That's a lot of different cultures.
Those are those are the people that we know about. Like people who are writing about like the trans cowboys that you can Google. Here's another one. Joseph Lobdell.
Joseph Lobdell.
Yeah, who was quote unquote assigned female in Albany, suddenly appears in Minnesota as it's like a brand new town.
Yeah.
Dressed as a male, nobody knows anything about his past, so he gets to live in his truth.
That's fucking dope. And then, see, that's awesome. That's a time before.
That's my history. Yeehaw.
That is awesome. And it's wonderful. And so the showrunners of Queen's Gambit did a show called Godless. We're halfway through. It's amazing. It is wonderful. BT Dubs, Jeff Daniels,
Oh, for real?
Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, my.
Is the one-armed fucking villain. It is a magical
Are we seeing acting chops from the homie Jeff?
Hard chops.
I'm stoked.
I fucking hate this guy. I hate him and I fear him.
I love an actor who can play somebody you hate. I love that.
And that's hard for me because I'll see like a character,
especially after playing somebody like in Dumb and Dumber. It's like what a goofy, like lovable place to come from. Right? And you're telling me that you hate this guy?
Right? It's just all I can see. Like the first couple of minutes I see him, all I can imagine is Harry. Your hands are freezing. That's all I can think about. And then this motherfucker only has one hand now, and he's just brutal. He is fucking brutal. It is an amazing show. It is well written, and
I'm gonna have to put that on my watch list.
The sheriff is a lesbian, and the whole town is ran by women because all of their husbands were in the mine shafts. Mine shaft blew up. 36.
Oh wow.
36.
I'm surprised.
Widows.
So they're all widows, huh?
But they all start taking over the town, and then it's just ran by 36 strong ass women. Fucking women.
Girls. Yeah, okay, women. But it's interesting that you say that because when I think about like the founding of the Wild West, there was a part of prostitution being unregulated that gave women agency to make their own money.
Yeah.
So like I was kind of expecting it to go there. Do all the widows become prostitutes? Secure the bag?
They were just
because that would be what I would think would be the realistic thing if we're talking Wild West.
that would be like the patriarchy look of it. Like, how else are these women gonna run the town with their vaginas? Of course.
I mean, I see what you're saying. But I mean, like, realistically, that's how it was. If women wanted to run shit in the Wild West, that's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, again, the patriarchy overruling.
That's true. That's true.
But I like the turn, and so I did a deep dive. I saw that they did that show. Saw that they use a lot of the same actors and actresses, and they just casted that person because they said that they wanted her to be in the show for the Queen's Gambit, and it was beautifully well written. The show's amazing. The actors and actresses were perfect in it, and I watched the show and was like, this is awesome. I like that. And then
I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for that one.
yeah, it's a good one. It's a good watch. Check it out, you guys. Queen's Gambit. If you haven't already fucking seen it, Emmett, I guess you live under a rock, but whatever.
It's a really nice rock.
I bet it is. It's like, is it a?
There's a heated blanket and a cat.
Is it a rock lobster?
Go
that
off.
One was fucking forced. That one was forced. Ugh.
You're lucky I like seafood.
And then I know you don't like this show. And
So we talking about Big Mouth, huh?
Yes. I just have to give one shout out.
Talk about Big Mouth. Educate me.
So
Talk to me about Big Mouth.
the first 3 episodes, they had
First 3 episodes of which season? The new season?
Season 4.
Okay.
They have a trans character.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I heard that, but I don't know anything about it.
They wanted to write this character correctly, so they reached out to a I think she is either a college student or a professor, but they reached out to a trans college student, I believe we'll say student, who wrote a several papers and several like theses on being trans that were award-winning and like
What were they like in journalism or?
yes, in journalism.
Okay.
Yeah. So won a few whatever journalists win. I don't know, pretzel awards. That's how much I know about. That's how much I know about journalism. I should know more.
No,
but
dude, you're good. You're telling me though. So they found this award-winning writer who is trans,
And-
who advised.
who not only advised but played the character.
Oh, good for her. Secure the bag.
And it was fucking amazing. It was like, I liked the character, and Big Mouth is not known for handling anything without grossness. Like, they have a talking vagina character. And I thought they did an episode with the trans character helping one of the main female characters through her first period.
Oh, wow.
Which was by far one of the funniest. And I was like watching it, I was like, oh, I'm a dirty man for like thinking this is hilarious because I don't know what a fucking period's like. This isn't, but I'm laughing at it. And Elise walks in as the episode's starting.
And you're like, nothing, honey. No.
And she starts fucking laughing.
Okay, so it like legitimized where you were at.
Yes, and I was just like, oh, thank God. And she still is, she like looked at me and she had this very conflicting look on her face.
Elise
and
did?
said, yes, Elise had this very confused and conflicting look on her face and looked at me and said, did Big Mouth do the only truthful period
Okay, so
thing I've
Big
ever
Mouth. So
seen?
Big Mouth actually nailed what it was like to get a period too.
Yes. Don't watch. Oh, do not watch season 1 or 2.
You don't have to tell me.
Hork.
Trust.
Season 4, at least the first 3 episodes.
I'll check them out.
And tell me.
I'll check them out. Well, as somebody who had a period, I don't know her anymore, but
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the media surrounding periods is hilariously off base.
Yes, but this
It's
one
ridiculous.
nails it.
Like, I remember being a kid and reading this, like, Judy Blume book called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I love Judy Blume.
Okay.
You ever read a Judy?
I don't know what that means.
Judy Blume writes, like, a lot of really good young adult stuff, but it's like, I want to say she's writing this in, like, the 80s, so it's kind of dated.
Okay.
And, like, one of the conflicts of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is that Margaret is, like, the last of her friends to get her period.
Okay.
And as a trans person who was like, the day that I get my period, I'm gonna kill myself.
Ooh.
Like, everybody being like, this is your book. Welcome to womanhood.
You're like, I'm not.
And then it's like, you know, you feel like you're dying. And you probably feel like you're dying even if you're not, like, in a tizzy of gender dysphoria. And, you know, hearing that somebody got, like, any portrayal of what periods are like, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
that's crucial.
And Leave It to fucking Big Mouth, the show where they have literal hormone monsters, and it's just 13-year-olds jerking off and trying to finger each other. It is a fucking mind-boggling show that this shit fucking exists. But watching it, I'm just like,
I feel like when you make a show about adolescence, or when you write anything about adolescence or like sexuality, coming of age type stuff, you're already on kind of a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And when you get to handling it in, I want to say, like, a place where you're like, you know what, rather than try to be tasteful about it, we're just going to lean into the awkward, and we're going to lean into whatever difficult, because there isn't really any other way to go about this, like, to hell with taste. What you get in the end result is you get Big Mouth.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody.
For
people who watch it and they're like, oh, well, at least, you know, they said what, you know. It's one of those things when people say, like, oh, this person speaks their mind.
Yeah.
That's kind of the appeal with Big Mouth, which is why I don't typically like it.
Season 1, immediately I was just like, oh, this is edgelord comedy made by edgelords for edgelords. Mm-hmm. Just so they can, they just wrote these characters so they can have, like, a gay character that they can do, like, the tropes. So immediately I was just like, I don't like this. I'll kind of gear through it, because I love Nick Laney, right?
Nick Kroll and John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. Nick Laney is a local comedian who I do love.
We do love him.
We do love Nick Laney. But John Mulaney...
But if he wrote for Big Mouth, it would be better.
It'd probably be way better. I mean...
Go off, Nick.
Ish. Anyways. John Mulaney. I love John Mulaney.
I do love John Mulaney, and I do love Nick Kroll, and I really like Oh Hello, and I like a lot of stuff that they do, but I feel like... I don't know. When you're writing about puberty, it's really hard to get things wrong. When you're writing about stuff that underage people go through that is about sex, you are on a slippery fucking slope.
Yeah. And
that's one of the reasons why I've kind of been like, I don't know.
Like, they do an episode about the whole blue balls myth. And I was just like, the episode's called Blue Balls, and immediately I'm just like, oh, and it's them showing the truth of this fucking dude, like, gaslighting the main female character into trying to get her to do something to his dick. Mm-hmm. And she, of course, is like, not into it. And he, like, makes her feel bad, and it deals with, like, the whole time it's a satirical thing, but you see what men and boys do at that age, mm-hmm. and how the repercussions to, like, a young girl's psyche of what's going on.
So I guess the other thing about Big Mouth that's kind of confusing for me is I don't have anybody in my life who is the age of the characters in Big Mouth who is interested in watching the show.
It's not for those people. It's not for those kids. It's for us to be like,
so maybe it's nostalgic. For us and to be nostalgic. But if shows like that are having that kind of representation, don't you think that it's important for, like,
kids,
the 13-year-olds who are repeating the garbage that they've heard about blue balls? Don't you think it's, like, to me, it's like it's more important for that age group.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To hear that,
I think,
but like, would you recommend that to that age group? to watch.
No, but I think the strategy is reaching the parents. Is trying to reach the parents and trying to reach the
parents
generation.
who are edgelords and who like the show, huh?
I did not believe I was going to be dying on this hill, fucking trying to defend Big Mouth. I did not expect it at the beginning of this episode.
I'm sorry. I mean,
I'm here. I'm standing my damn ground.
No, and if that's how it is, cool. But yeah. I mean, I really do feel like I feel like they lean hard into the edgelord thing.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like it's really hard to make a show that is like an animation and isn't like an adult cartoon thing.
Yeah.
Without it appealing to like the edgelordedness, because when you think about the beginnings of like adult animation and what's popular, what do you have? You have South Park, you got Family Guy, you got American Dad.
Yeah, that is. I mean, and The Simpsons.
Obviously. Yeah.
Simpsons did it.
But they did everything first.
But yes, no, I get you. And those comedies have definitely not aged well. They are riddled with racial stereotypes. They're riddled with sexist and homophobic.
You know what's interesting though? I was just reading this thing about a recent Family Guy episode where the butt of the joke was like white people trip out for no fucking reason and it's stupid.
Okay.
But they mention transgender people in the joke, and people like Ben Shapiro were like, Family Guy is in the right for making fun of trans people in this joke. But if you look at the joke, it's like, I think the line is exactly, I mean, as a white man, I'm afraid. When's it gonna be our turn? Is what Peter says.
Oh,
and it's like, these people really are like allergic to getting what the joke is.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. But I mean, okay, so like, I just feel that Big Mouth is handling it in
and good for them.
As smart as you can be, where you have a literal cartoon vagina coughing up blood during her period. Literally happens.
And for me, to hear that the show that I am like super not into, and the show that I'm kind of like, I don't really feel like I'm that audience, that show is the one that has the good representation. Even if I don't like the show, even if I don't want to like the show, or I don't want to watch the show,
for sure,
it's nice that the right thing is being said to somebody, and that somebody will get it.
Yes, and that's why I like.
That's what I'm saying.
They opened up season 4, the season that people have been waiting for, with a strong fucking transgender character who is written very well, who is handled very well. There were some jokes that I loved. They had what's his name? This Week Tonight, John Oliver is the camp counselor, because it's at camp, and he opens up and is like, "This is your friend who," and like is totally handling it incorrectly.
Oh no.
And she is just like, oh my fucking God, why did I fucking come here?
I mean, I know the feeling.
And he's like, now I'm gonna open up the floor for you guys to ask unwanted questions yes. And it gets real, and it gets fucking.
Have you seen Disclosure?
Oh my God, I think you're the second person who's asked me about that. No.
Is that the sign that you need to see it?
I guess I need to watch Disclosure.
Because that's just a movie. It's on Netflix, and it's about like the history of like trans representation on camera.
Oh fuck! Why have I not watched that?
I don't know.
And that's
JP.
on HBO Max, right?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And
HBO Max has another one that's like that. Oh, what is it called? It's something. I need to watch it. I need
to get HBO Max. I've been stealing my neighbors.
There you go. I mean, no, do not steal HBO Max. Okay. HBO Max will give you a free trial if they sponsor the show.
Thank you for the free trial.
Thank you for the future sponsor, HBO Max.
Send the check.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yes.
I can't wait to watch Wonder Woman 2 on Christmas Day in my living room.
Isn't it Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah. What? Okay. Wonder Woman 2, Wonder Woman 1984.
Okay. Sorry.
My bad.
I was just like, there's 2 Wonder Woman movies coming out. That's crazy.
This is the second one.
2 women.
Yeah,
That's
2 women and they're
good.
fighting.
Good for her. Mm-hmm. Good for her. Secure the bag of Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot.
I mean, I was just
Gal
watching.
Gadot.
Nathan's been on like a bender with Fast and the Furious movies, which neither of us has ever seen, and he's like, "I need to see them all," and I'm like, "Why?"
Are they not the?
I have to say, I really
most...
feel like it's really, really good representation for closeted gay men, because the relationships that the men have with each other on Fast and the Furious, it is the most like no homo relationships,
dude. Straight hardcore bromosexuals for sure.
Bromosexuals,
yes. They're. I don't know how anyone can watch 6 films of. There's
there's 8 of them.
There's fucking 8 of them. I thought there was only 6.
They keep making more.
They're like rabbits. Get them the fuck away from each other.
And then there's I guess there's an offshoot.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
And I did watch Hobbs and Shaw.
Is it okay? Because I'm gonna have to watch it. Unfortunately.
It is so bad. It's good. I
feel that way about all these movies.
Movie.
I feel like my favorite one so far has been Too Fast, Too Furious. Because it's just atrocious to watch. I just love how they were like, the main character is a white man, and his friend and frenemy is a black man. How could we demonstrate that they are friends? Could we have some good writing? No. How about instead, every now and again, the white guy says weird black stuff. Where, like, the black character's like, dude, Paul Walker, I saw you looking at the boss's girl. That's fucking dangerous. And Paul Walker says, don't worry about it, cuh.
Rest in power. Rest in power.
Rest in power, Paul Walker. Don't worry about it, cuh.
You think he's saying that to Chadwick Boseman right now? Oh my god, sorry.
That's one of those, like, you're going to hell jokes, but that was pretty funny, JP. I can't laugh at it. You won't catch me laughing at it, but I'll give you some points for that. That was bonkers.
God, fucking hell. I cannot believe
it. Welcome. You made it. And who says that we're PC here?
Fuck.
Nobody.
No
Hopefully.
one now. Fucking, I'm canceled now. That was the one.
You're gonna have to go to Cancelvania.
Oh man, one fucking Paul Walker and I was gonna say Paul Bossman, fucking Chadwick Boseman.
Don't worry about it.
Joke. I'm done. No, don't worry about it, cuz. Fuck.
That was just like the movie is full of stuff like that, and I love it. I love it.
So on the talk of like edgelords and edgy stuff, and coming to terms with people like media kind of handling things, something came and was brought into my attention. I thought you would love this idea.
I might.
Just a small little
who's to
snippet.
say? Let's see.
There is a comic who I love, and I actually roast battled this person and won because I'm better than them.
Good job.
Until recently, Mike Fellows. He is a famous meme artist. I'm trying to say that with a straight face. On Facebook and Instagram. He does like all the McRib jokes, the "oh fuck you're gonna make me come" jokes. Like,
are you talking about Robin Tran? Because Robin Tran makes a lot of those.
Robin Tran is kind of Mike Fellows'
friend, protege. What are you saying?
I think
because I'm like friends with Robin Tran, but I don't know who Mike Fellows is. I'm sorry.
Mike Fellows.
I'll look him up on Instagram right now.
I think it's Memeing the Void is his Instagram.
I'll look him up right now.
And I think Robin Tran either shares or is kind of like his competition. She's wonderful too. Hashtag fucking Robin Tran. You go, dude. Chick. Oh.
Bro, it's not Memeing the Void. Mike Fellows.
Yes. So, anyways, he messaged me. We were talking a little bit, and he's stating. God, I feel like I'm at work. He says that there is a friend of his who is trying to get him a job in shit posting for money. Now,
This sounds like a scam.
this is where, and I've seen this pop up outside of Mike Fellows and through a bunch of people, and the conversation is, should shit posters and meme makers be awarded some kind of monetary value as such as a YouTube star? Because they are making internet content that is being shared and going viral that is getting some platforms more hits.
Interesting.
So the question is, do you think shit posters should start A, watermarking their memes, and B, should they be paid for a amount of hits and views per shit posting? And shit posting is pretty much somebody who's like spamming memes, right? Like kind of just...
I mean, that's an interesting question.
Like, what the fuck is a shit poster?
Why do you... But are you asking me this because you think I'm a shit poster?
Well, no, I think you have definite love for shit posters.
I do have a love for shit posting. But I think that thinking about it in terms of, like...
Monetary
value is really complicated and nuanced, and I don't think that I can fully answer that question.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you're a comedian and the comedy doesn't have to be in person or open mics, it could be
comedy writing
or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like the concept of memeing is so nice because it's accessible to everybody. Like, I make memes.
Yeah.
And I can make memes specific to, like, inside jokes with my friends. And that's free. I feel like the concept of the meme or the concept of the joke belongs to the people, and in terms of exclusive content, who gets the rights, who gets the credit for things coming out in the beginning, it's like, people have been watermarking their memes. Like, if people are consistently making their memes and they're making OC, then they're watermarking their memes.
Yeah.
You can usually find out who the originator of a certain meme is. I wish that people wouldn't have to worry about money.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would be something that I would directly be like, I shared this meme, and now I have to give somebody $1.
Well, no, not you, just the internet. Like, kind of like how...
The internet? What do you mean? Like Google? Like Instagram? Are you saying that they'll pay?
This is the thing, and this is where I've been trying to like wrap my head around it. With YouTubers, they have a platform. They have YouTube. So after a few hits on YouTube, you will get monetary money for each follower.
You have monetized memes and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, videos and
what
shorts.
If we had it in like an OnlyFans type of content?
And that's what I was thinking.
But it's just like memes that you can't show anybody else.
Then I think that defeats the purpose.
Right?
So yeah, because you see a tasty hot meme, you gotta share it on your feed.
Yes.
You got to.
Yes.
But I feel like and this is where my comedian and my artist jumps out and is like, fuck yeah, I support it, is you spent time, no matter how stupid the joke is, no matter what kind of concept you're doing, is you spent time to make something, and it was funny enough for 100,000 people to share that meme. You should get something, whether it's recognition,
monetary value,
money. A fucking creepy clown puts you out of your shitty misery. You deserve something. And when he said that, immediately I was like, fuck yeah, because
go get that money.
Yeah, like go get that money. Like if somebody was like, hey, I'm gonna start OnlyFans, I'm not gonna be like, well, that's dumb. Why would anyone pay money for that? You can go on the internet and get it free. No, I'm like, fuck yes, get your fucking money. If that's what you want to do,
you're gonna make the communist in me jump out, JP.
Oh boy. And
you're gonna make the communist in me jump out, JP, because I feel like if you're the kind of person who like shit posting is something that you're really good at, and it's like, oh my god, you find yourself shit posting for like 8 hours a day or something.
Yeah.
I believe in universal basic income.
Okay.
So if there was a universal basic income that allowed people to not really have to work to live comfortably,
Yeah.
than if you were a shit poster and that was something that you were really good at and that's what you wanted to spend your time doing. The universal basic income would purport you for your time doing that. And if
Okay.
you wanted to find a way to make extra coin doing that, where you're like, subscribe to my Patreon or subscribe to my OnlyFans to see my exclusive content to make more than whatever the universal basic income is, then that would be a lot more profitable. You see what I'm saying? So in my situation, it's like, should shit posters be paid for it? It's like, to me, I'm like, capitalism is fucking wild and it's broken and I don't get it. And I don't think that people who are shit posting should have to starve. If you're that good at it and if that's really your life,
Yeah. Then yeah.
then
you're
like
saying
secure the
yes.
bag. But I believe in universal basic income, and in a society where there was universal basic income, if that was something that you really wanted to do and that was really the only thing you wanted to spend your time on, hypothetically, you could do it and live comfortably.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm at, because outside of that, it's just like, however you can get your hustle, dude, however you can get your scam, go.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm really in a place to say, like, oh, they should be monetized this, and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just feel like, and especially in this time of the coronavirus and what's going on, a quick fix, I believe, yeah, fucking pay them. Pay them, pay the YouTube creators as well, more than what they're getting. Because I'm seeing some dope-ass fucking...
This is something that Nathan would know a lot more about in terms of, like,
Okay.
YouTube monetization. That's something he knows a lot more about than I do.
And like YouTube and, I don't know, Spotify, there's a lot of musicians.
I know that a lot of shit is going down with Spotify, but I feel like fundamentally what is broken is the system of capitalism where you do things and it's like, okay, I have to earn and do something for society to be comfortable.
Yeah.
If the equation was just, you're comfortable, what do you want to do? If the answer is shit posting, power to you.
Okay.
But
and
that's me living in my universe of luxury space communism.
Well, I mean, like, Mike Fellas, again, shout out, man. He told me, he was like, he has been having the time of his life. It has opened up opportunities to write sketches, be on sketch shows.
Good for him.
Gets him in contact with other comedians, and like the recognition is also what he's fucking enjoying. Is just people going,
yeah, and I mean,
hey,
you can't take money to the grave with you, but
Yeah.
people will, like, if you've made a mark, that goes past you.
yeah, yes, and that's why, like,
But if we were in a place where people were able to live more comfortably on what money they're able to make,
yeah,
and not scrambling to make ends meet,
yeah,
then we wouldn't all be so desperate, would we? You're making the full fucking communist jump out of me tonight, JP.
I am so sorry.
You don't have to. I have to live with this communist inside me all the time.
But in short, I believe, yeah, they should get paid, and I feel, I don't know how, but it's got to be something. I mean,
It's got to come from the top down because I don't have any money.
Yeah, no,
I do you deserve money? Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't have much though.
no, for sure. That's why I am.
Do you have any like super capitalist fans who are gonna come for my neck now?
I don't know.
I'm terrified, JP.
Who cares?
If I'm killed by the CIA, that's the highest honor a journalist can have.
Brr, 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 brr. Wait, journalists? We didn't even know what awards journalism.
It's being killed by the CIA.
Journalists get, yes, they
Being
got the
killed by
highest
the
award.
CIA
They
is
got
the highest
shot by the
award
CIA.
a journalist can receive.
It's just your brains on a plaque. Just
Like,
here.
it's you look on Wikipedia and you're like, this person's life was unfortunately cut short when they killed themselves by pointing their gun behind their head while they were driving. Like,
Dude, good on them. Yes, they must have had some
it's just
great
like,
work
wow,
that was burned.
they really, the Panama Papers.
Fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and let's wrap the,
Are we
the
wrapping?
show. Yeah, we're
Let's
wrapping
wrap.
up. So let's get on to the final words. And
Final words.
so with representation and Elliot Page coming out, what are your final thoughts? I mean, like, what is your wrapping up on that whole
Hang on one second.
word?
Yeah, hang on. Boyfriend is asking because he's my ride. Yes, come through. Good for you, Elliot.
Yes.
If anybody is hung up on this in any type of way, that's you. So if you're insecure, do your research. In particular, there is an Instagram account belongs to this guy named Skylar Byler. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's a transgender athlete, and he posts very, very basic breakdowns for people who are kind of educating themselves.
Yeah.
It's at Pink Manta Ray on Instagram. If you're really tripping out, and if Elliot coming out makes you feel some type of way,
Yeah.
there's something inside you that's tripping. There's something inside you that's insecure. That's got nothing to do with Elliot. Do your research. Find out why you feel that way.
Fuck yeah.
Figure out who you is. Learn to love yourself.
Word. Because we love you. Ultimately, no matter what kind of bullshit you've done in your past, if you are living your life and being you and loving those around you for living their lives, full life
Or
on
at
blast
the
loves
very
you.
least, but you know what? You know what costs less energy than loving a stranger?
Yo.
Minding your fucking business.
Ayo, that too. We mind our fucking business as well.
Yeah. Sorry. That's like love your neighbor. But if your neighbor's doing something that really trips you out, mind your business. Minding your business is free.
Word.
That's kind of where, and like good for Elliot.
Yeah.
I do background work when it is not Corona time, and I hope that I get to be on some kind of set with the dude. Give him a high five. That would be so cool. Legendary link up. But until then, good for you, Elliot. Anybody who's tripping about it, like look at you. The call is coming from inside the house.
Fuck yeah. Thank you so much, Emmett, man. But, for real, like I said on my solo quarantine episode, we got to stop focusing on everyone else and trying to push our lives and how we feel on other people's identities and other people's happiness and just pure pride of who they are.
Word.
Like, we have no right on stepping on other people's happiness and comfort. So just spread the love, be loving, and
or mind your business.
Mind your fucking business, dude. Get your nose out the fucking grass, dog. This ain't your grass, is my grass. Get your fucking nose out of here. Get your dog from shitting on it, motherfucker.
Plastic baggies.
Now that we're at the end of the show, now it's time for my favorite part. And BT dubs, for everyone who enjoys this part of the show as well, getting introduced to what music that myself and my guests are listening to, go to Spotify. We have a playlist, and it has all the music that has been recommended on all the episodes. I am pulling that up right now. On Spotify, just type in featured tunes from L.O.B. and you'll have all the music that has been featured on the show, and just tunes that I recommended and my guests. With that being said, Emmett, you come here with a song. What are you listening to?
I'm listening to my Christmas bangers. You know I'm gay, so I love Carly Rae Jepsen.
Ooh.
And she had a Christmas song come out this year. It's called It's Not Christmas Till Somebody Cries.
Worse for talking politics. I had a few opinions, might have started a fight. Well, it's not Christmas till somebody cries. It's not Christmas till we all drink down in tea. It's not Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Grandpa ate the gummies that we meant to hide.
And it's not every day that, like, when a artist puts out an original Christmas song that is actually good. But this one's actually good. It's very adorable. And like I said, I'm gay. So I love Carly Rae Jepsen with all my heart.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Stop asking gay men who the female is in the relationship. It's Carly Rae Jepsen.
Awesome. Carly Rae Jepsen, and the song again was
It's not Christmas till somebody cries.
Ew, I'll have to get that a check.
It's a great song. And the music video is cute too.
Aw, I love me some cute music videos. Mm-hmm. Some dope ones. You got another one?
Oh, you need a non-Christmas banger?
If you have one.
Of course. Okay, so the non-Christmas banger is called The South's Gotta Change by Adia Victoria, A-D-I-A Victoria. And she's like the queen of reclaiming the black blues.
Stood up to the mountain, told the mountain, say my name. And if you're tired of walking, let the children lead the way. 'Cause I love you, I won't leave you, won't let you slip away. Come with me, we're gonna find a way. 'Cause I've gotta change. 'Cause I've gotta change.
And her music is amazing.
And it's Adia.
Adia Victoria, and the song is called South's Gotta Change. So that's...
Fuck yeah, dude. I love me some... and you said she's reclaiming the blues.
Reclaiming the blues for black women, because black
Fuck
women
yeah.
wrote all the good shit for the blues.
The best.
Everything Elvis sang that was popular, black women did it first.
Fuck yeah. Better.
Everything.
Better.
Probably
Even
better.
gyrated. Probably
Definitely.
gyrated way better than...
Probably.
Those fucking hips were too saltine for me, man.
I'm not, you know, I don't know enough about Elvis to tell you that you're wrong. So I'll tell you that you're right.
I mean, I know that he was in a crazy old folks home and fought a mummy.
Wow.
It's called Bubba Hotep with Bruce Campbell. Amazing movie. Where he plays fucking
I was watching
Elvis.
Spider-Man 3, and he's in that.
He's in
Bruce
all the
Campbell.
Spider-Mans. Yeah, he's in Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 with anything that Sam
Any
Raimi.
Sam Raimi, he does it. That's crazy.
So that means he's coming back for the Doctor Strange movie directed by Sam Raimi.
You're kidding!
Fuck no, and it's a horror movie. So Bruce Campbell is...
I'm gonna put my fucking wig on. Let's go.
Yes. Ooh. And there's also a new Evil Dead video game coming out for all those Deadites out there and nerds. Evil Dead has a new game coming out, voiced with Bruce Campbell. It's a co-op, kind of like Left 4 Dead. I guess this is the part where I pitch video game news too.
Go off.
So yeah, check that out. Evil Dead, the video game, is coming out, I believe, in 2021, next holiday. And Bruce Campbell will be a part of that. And also... Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, directed by Sam Raimi. Bruce Campbell's making an appearance, and so are every Spider-Man character in every Spider-Man movie in Spider-Man 3.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
The quarantine has made everyone gone fucking nuts, and they're just going balls to the wall with entertainment. Now let's go ahead and get to my my musical picks.
What's your musical picks, JP?
So I love me a band by the name of Screaming Females. And
oh my god, dude, I love Screaming Females.
I love them. And you know, I guess I'm going to bring up one of their songs, but through them I was introduced to a band called The Coat Hangers, and I've been jamming on them recently. They had an album that just came out last year, and one of the songs hit pretty close to the subject
I haven't
matter.
listened to the Coat Hangers, so what is it?
The Coat Hangers. It is their song "Hey Buddy" by the Coat Hangers.
Hey buddy, why you messing with him? Leave him alone, let him love his man. You got your tie, got your white job, your 2 kids, but we don't need it. No, we don't need it.
It's just the devil, you know. It's so simple to love the devil, you know.
I'll have to check it out.
And it is there's a line of, it's pretty much just saying, "Hey buddy, fucking leave us alone." Like,
Fair enough.
like
Fair
just
enough.
talking about the queer community being picked on. So the lyrics, the name of the song is "Hey Buddy." It's like, "Hey
I'll have
buddy,
to check
fuck
it out.
off, dude." It's a great song.
I'll have to check it out. It sounds like a banger.
Now, with the Screaming Females, I love them. And I also love a artist that they did
A cover of?
Not a cover.
Because they do a mean Taylor Swift cover.
They did a collaboration with a female hip hop artist by the name of Samus, and that's Samus Summus, like the video game character.
I was gonna say like Zero Suit Samus, huh?
Like Samus from Metroid. So it's a song that the Screaming Females did, and it's a what did we just say? A fucking featuring a collaboration. It's End of My Bloodline with Screaming Females and Samus and More Mother.
Ooh.
It is
now with More Mother.
Now with More Mother.
What it is a physician, insist on making decisions with expert skill and precision. Insist he's driven by kismet, but everyone know he isn't. I would rather go missing than not defend my position. You like my body so much, just take my bottom and kiss it. I don't need no pot to piss in, but can you do me a solid? I pay the rent here, so listen, no gentrifying my body. It's mine.
It's the end of my bloodline. It's modern, you're greedy, it's mine.
Yeah.
It's the end of my blood.
It is a dope song to begin with. The Screaming Females, I fucking dig them, love them, but adding
I love them.
2 amazing female hip hop artists, rappers, fucking dope. So,
Sweet, dude. I'll have to check it out. Thank you so much for having me, JP. It's
of
always a
course.
blast.
Thank you for coming.
Right?
Yes, fuck yeah. You
Always a blast.
You need anything you want to plug? Whoa, do you need a plug? Is there anything you want
I'm
to plug?
plugged right now, JP.
Good. I'm always
Because
plugged.
if you stay plugged, you don't have to get plugged. I have nothing. It's coronavirus. I'm not doing anything.
Yay, neither should any of you.
I have nothing to plug. If you hear this, my Instagram is on private now, but it's
Ooh.
it's my I finally changed it to like my chosen name and all that shit. It's
Dope.
Emmett Nint Danger.
Okay.
So it's my name, Emmett, EMMITTNENT dot danger.
Danger. Fuck yeah.
Danger zone.
Danger. And also, guys, if you like the show, and as I stated, there's some other spin-off episode or spin-off podcasts I'm going to be doing. I'm talking to a few friends, possibly jumping onto the Pass on Blast and some other stuff. I'll let you guys know. But if you want to drop us a line, hit us up on blast with JP at gmail.com. If you're listening to us on anything other than Podbean, check us out on Podbean. We have a premium service, On Blast with jpjohnson.podbean.com. Give us a listen and check out our premium stuff. I'll have some extra episodes coming out to everyone that has subscribed. And thank you guys so much for listening. Emmett, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And Elliot, we love you, dude.
We love you. Thank you.
All right, guys. As
Cheers,
always, thank you for being you. And like always, deuces.